We are back on Morning Line, guys. We're chatting during the break with us, Christy Wilson this morning. It's interesting. I'm not in the market to buy or sell at the moment, but I'm fascinated by the market in real estate here in Nashville.
It is fast-paced. 2015 ended, Nick, where it was the first year since 2006 that we had sales over 36,000 units. We had over 36,000 units ever.
That's
well, since
2006
was the high.
Oh, that's right.
And 2015 is right under 2006.
Okay, and of course we know what happened after 2006. Everything, the lull. So meaning it's built back up.
It's built back up.
It's back and it's growing.
Right. It's growing. And don't. We were talking a little bit on the break. The mortgage crisis, I don't think we're going to see that again. I think enough regulations went into place in the lending side of it that we're not going to see massive foreclosures. We're not going to see, I don't understand what people do on the stock market side of it.
Right,
I mean, that's just...
Yeah, and that's where I was thinking. There's more securities, regulation. But you're right about mortgage.
For the normal American who bought a home with a 15 or 30-year mortgage, traditional mortgage, they put an actual down payment down. They've got skin in the game. It's going to be such an international collapse to be where we were in 2008 to 2010 to 11. Yeah,
I agree with you.
And I feel good about Nashville. I mean, I think everything that's going on in Nashville is very positive. The job growth, just the excitement churning here. The challenges are just those two: transit and affordable housing. We've got to get that fixed.
Let's go to Eve. Eve, good morning. Hi, Eve.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Ms. Wilson, I am looking to get some help on filing something called a quiet title. And I was wondering, I'm going to do it myself, and I was wondering if you know what that is and if you could give me any guidance or advice or anything on that issue.
Sure, Eve. What I recommend on, and I can't give you the exact definition of a quiet title. I remember doing, I know, quiet.
Okay, so no, I'm just kidding. Okay, I was wondering, yeah.
I always recommend you talk to a title attorney when you're going to change the way you hold title. And I use a company called Nashville Title. They're very affordable and do a great job, and they can guide you through the process for not a lot of money. And it's Nashville Title, and their website is nashvilletitle.com. And I would give them a call so you can have the proper legal advice. As a realtor, I can't give legal advice, but I can direct you to the person who would. And that's just a quick phone call. They're not going to charge you for the phone call. So give them a shout.
Thanks so much.
I'm curious, Eve, what does it mean for you when you go to a quiet title? What will that do for you?
What that's used for is if you have a lien on the property and for some reason that lien holder is no longer valid, whether, whatever, they died or company went out of business or whatever, you can file a quiet title to get that lien off of your property.
Oh, okay. So that's the way. Well, okay. And good. That sounds reasonable. The main thing is make sure you do it right. And unless you feel you know it well enough, just get some advice. What is it again?
Nashville Title.
Nashville Title.
And it's nashvilletitle.com.
Okay. Eve, thank you for that. I hope that helps you on that. It's interesting. Yeah. When you buy properties, just that she's mentioned that. We've done shows before where someone called in and said that they actually bought a property and they didn't know it when they bought it and it still had a lien on it. Does that happen sometimes? Like there was.
Well, if you always want to get title insurance.
Exactly.
That's
why.
But that's a challenge with foreclosures. Everyone, especially in this, we were talking about flipping during the break. People want to go buy something at the courthouse steps.
Yeah.
And they're just, if you haven't done your homework prior to buying a home at the courthouse steps at a foreclosure auction, you don't know what's on that title. So the person who's auctioning it is typically the bank, the first bank. That's when it happens. Yeah. And if it's a tax lien, that person has a certain amount of time where they can come back and redeem their ownership of the property by paying those taxes. I think it's a year.
Okay.
If you buy something out at a tax sale, and at a tax sale auction, that person that you bought it from, or you didn't buy it from them, you bought it from the state.
Yeah.
They can come back to the state and say, "I've got the tax money now to pay," and they get their money back. I mean, they get their house back. They get their house back.
Well, that doesn't make sense. Why would they sell it before
they're not selling
a year's up?
It got, well, no, it's the state.
I know.
But they're probably 5 years behind on their property taxes.
Okay.
So the tax lien is on there.
And so then they go ahead to sell it to get the money. But then if somehow that person gets that money together and you've bought the house, then you have to give up the house.
1 year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you buy something at a tax sale, don't renovate it in that first year.
Huh?
That's what I tell them. Like, just don't renovate it in that first year.
Let it sit there and hang on to
Yep.
it. Do they still sell stuff on the courthouse steps, literally?
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go to those ever?
I used to. I
So
haven't in
what
a long
is it
time.
like? You go there. It's because again these outstanding they've foreclosed or
and
they've grabbed it from you because you're not paying your property tax.
Well, that's a tax sale.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
A tax sale is different from the courthout step sale.
Oh, okay.
So courthouse steps is when the bank is foreclosing. So what the bank has to do, they have to. It's complicated to say, but the trustee goes in and sells it to the highest bidder, and sometimes the highest bidder may be the bank buying it back. And that's when you see what's called REO, real estate owned sales.
Yeah.
It's a different type of foreclosure.
I got you. Yeah, sometimes the bank buys it back. All right, we'll take a break on that note. When we come back, we'll take more calls if you want to jump in, 737-7587. Want to ask you about if there is someone who's moving to the area. They're in an apartment. They're thinking they want to buy a home, but they have a modest income, but maybe enough to qualify. Maybe where you would suggest someone look these days. We'll take a break. Be back with more right after this.